are 3 appeals and 9 basic motives to which people respond most freely. Let's look at each of them. 3 appeals include appeals to instinct, appeals to emotion, appeals to reason. Appeals to instinct cause most people to buy food, clothing, and shelter. Appeals to emotion is including love, marriage, and religion, and many goods and services are sold on emotional appeal, such as education, books, the theater, music, art, life insurance, advertising, cosmetic, luxuries, toys, and long list of things. Lastly, appeals to reason is the such as investment, savings, mechanical appliance, business machines, and scientific work. And also there are 9 basic motives that humans respond freely as well. These include, first, the motive of self-preservation, which is most powerful, the motive of financial gain, third, the motive of love, 4, the motive of sexual urge, 5, the motive of desire for power and fame, 6, the motive of fear, 7, the motive of revenge, 8, the motive of freedom, 9, the motive of desire to build and create in thought and in material. Super salesman checks his sales presentation against these 9 basic motives to make sure that it embraces an appeal through as many of them as possible. And let's look at why most salespeople fail to succeed. There are 2 major reasons why salespeople fail to succeed. First will be technical issues. It includes, first, failure to present a motive for buying, 2, lack of persistence in sales presentation and in closing, 3, failure to qualify prospective buyer, number 4, failure to neutralize the minds of prospective buyer, number 5, lack of imaginations, number 6, absence of enthusiasm. And also there can be a personality and habit issues as well. The habit of procrastination. There is no substitute for prompt and persistent action. One or more of the 6 basic fears that salespeople have, such as the fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of loved someone, the fear of old age, the fear of death. The man whose mind is filled with any of these following fear cannot sell successfully. Spending too much time making calls instead of sales. A call is not an interview. An interview is not a sale. Someone who call themselves a salesman have not learned this truth. Shifting responsibility to the sales manager. The sales manager is not supposed to go with the salesman to make calls because he has not enough hours or legs to do this, and his business is to tell salespeople what to do, not to do it for him. Perfection in creating alibis. Explanation do not explain, orders do, nothing else does. Salespeople prove their worth by actually closing the sale rather than just creating the alibis. Next, spending too much time in hotel lobbies. A hotel lobby is a fine place to park, but the salesman who parks there too long is bound to get walking papers sooner or later. Buying hard luck stories instead of selling merchandise. A business recession is a common topic of discussion, but do not let the purchasing agent use it to switch your mind from your own story. Next, imbibing too freely the night before. Parties are exciting, but they do not add to the following day's business. Next, depending on sales managers for prospect. Again, order takers expect prospective buyers to be hog-tied or held on until they arrive. Master salesmen catch their own prospect on the wing. Next, waiting for business conditions to pick up. Business is always good with robins, but they do not wait for someone to dig the worms out of the ground. Orders are not being slipped under the salesman's door this year. Be proactive. Next, hearing the word no. This word to a real salesman is always a signal to begin fighting. If every buyer said yes, salesmen would have no jobs, for they would not be needed. Next, fearing competition. Henry Ford has plenty of competition, but he apparently does not fear it because he has the courage and ability to turn out an 8-cylinder car at an amazingly low price. Next, reading the stock market reports. Let the suckers bite at this bait, as only 1 out of every 10,000 people who play this market earns the fortune. Last but not least, plain pessimism. Life has a queer way of trying to please. It usually gives that which is expected. So make sure you guys are going over this what not to do as a salesman, and make sure you are avoiding this. Thanks for watching.